scurry and rush, the tension in the city. These are the cues that usually send cameramen rushing to the four corners of the world. Because we mostly cover events. And events in London or in New York or wherever you go are apt to be crowded, hurried, serious, as overpowering, to say the least, as those skyscrapers. Today, Pathé breaks this tradition to seek out people like those who play chess in the middle of busy Manhattan. Today, our cameramen are out in the world looking not for events, but for the peace and happiness that sensitive people strive for, just a stone's throw from the thrust and bustle of our over-busy world. There's enough discord. There in what's called the United Nations building, yet within swimming distance, there are people who've sought for a modicum of peace. The sort of peace New Yorkers go looking for in the recreation of the past that they find at Freedom Land. Let's give some medals to the showmen who've conceived the fun of Freedom Land, for we give them to soldiers and statesmen who so often fail to give us the peace and pleasure that we crave. Let's leave the grim events out of our international calculations and search instead for colour and contentment just for once. Amazing the peace and quiet you can find with the help of a horse in the jittery heart of Manhattan, if you can steer yourself to that squared-off stretch of greenery called Central Park. It just shows there's still hope for this old world of ours. Listen to the clip-clop in the very middle of the most built-up bit of busy land that exists in the workaday scheme of things. Leisure in the lurid city, a Gary ride in Central Park, or if you will, a fiacre ride in Vienna. It's as near to the old romance as you can get in the modern rush of life. But this city of stress is still a city of song. Vienna has classical beauty no longer. So to Athens, in search not of happenings, but of happiness. Here, incontestably, is marble beauty that has defied the ages. Here is unchanging loveliness. But here, too, is the thing we're avoiding, the modern jostle of crowds. Sunshine in Greece, high summer, but jam-packed crowds. So let's go back to springtime in our escape to peacefulness. Holland and tulip time in the Keukenhof Gardens near Lisse. 62 acres of uneventful loveliness. Linger and drink it in. Now, which is the better way of setting about this business of living? Following feverish action around the world, or finding the colour and the joy here in bulb country, where they have flowers in such plenty that they can create colour and happiness like this that exist for a day and live forever in memory. Beauty, you'll notice, in the rain. Fun when it's least auspicious. These are the most reassuring pictures that Pathé pictorial cameramen have brought back from the far-flung places of this magnificent but mixed-up world. Pictures that are significant because they capture that urge away from tension to simplicity and sheer delight. We've had our cameramen in America and Austria. They've been in Greece and here in Holland in search of uncomplicated enjoyment. The thrill that is designed for the day it happens, as this is, for come to San Remo in Italy, to witness the end of a flower show that was intended from the start to last no longer than an afternoon. Now is the time when, quite rightly, they'll tear it to pieces. This isn't vandalism, it's spontaneity. It isn't an event, just the end of today and the start of this evening, or tomorrow. Ruin, and if you forget those uncomfortable events which so often bring the world to our notice, you'll see that Mexican ruins are something abiding. that is rewarding to ponder on. That's what the Egyptian pyramids were like before they crumbled. The dry air here, coupled with care, has preserved them. But Mexicans always appreciated timelessness. And that's why Mexico is seldom splashed on the screen and in the news. But you can see here at Acapulco that it's a paradise. That wartime vehicle, the Jeep, you may just notice here, is a peacetime bar made easy on wheels. Wandering minstrels, Mexican style, just follow you around. We've visited more countries than there are colors in the rainbow. A country a minute, without ever leaving our cinema seats, and without encountering anything tense or harsh. Just color and beauty, and a universal desire to relax. So skim over these blue waters and reject those grim forebodings that so often make us forget that life can be fast without being furious. Parachutists never brought more reassurance. These are the shock troopers, trained and highly skilled, that you seldom read about, but love to see zooming into action. With gratitude and with pride, Pathé Victorial has sent its cameraman around the world to bring back joys that unite us all in pursuit of the universal things that spell natural happiness.